we'll see about non-balanced occlusion. Balanced occlusion refers to the posterior tooth contact during eccentric relation. So non-balance is if there is no posterior tooth contact is called as non-balanced occlusion. Anything which does not have posterior tooth contact in dentures, it's called as non-balanced occlusion. So there are various concepts in non-balanced occlusion as well. Pound gave a concept of lingualist occlusion. There is Goldform occlusal, Hardy, Sears, Kurth, and Philip Jones concepts. So Pound's concept is that of lingualist occlusion. Goldform occlusal refers to 33-degree gold surface. However, they increase the overjet, they increase the incisal guidance so that there used to be more posterior separation. Hardy gave flat plane with non-anatomic teeth, whereas Sears advised the use of occlusal pivots. Kurth's concept was something with reverse lateral curve, and Philip Jones suggested that the second molars be raised by 2 millimeters, that it does not touch the occlusal plane, so that balance is not present. The primary proponent of non-balanced occlusion is the nutrocentric scheme. The nutrocentric scheme prefers flat planes, that is no compensatory curves, and it centralizes the load in the second premolar and the first molar region. In the nutrocentric concept, the intral space is divided equally, and the occlusal plane is made parallel to the ridge. So this figure illustrates how the intral space is divided equally, and this figure illustrates how the occlusal plane is flat, and the occlusal plane is still parallel to the ridges on top and below. So we will review the factors necessary to produce nutrocentric occlusion. So position, proportion, pitch, form, and number of teeth. In the nutrocentric concept, the teeth are placed in the center of the ridge, and the tooth have a very reduced size, that is 40% reduction of the occlusal table. The pitch refers to the curves, the anterior, posterior, and lateral curves. The nutrocentric concept is devoid of any curves. And they prefer the use of monoplane teeth, 0-degree teeth. There is no cuspal angulation at all. And the number of teeth is reduced to 6 instead of 8 per arch, per quadrant. And we will see what lingualist occlusion is. Lingualist occlusion refers to the contact of only the maxillary palatal cusp on the lower central fossa. It was proposed by Alfred Geisy, and it can be given in balance and non-balance schemes also. So this is a balance scheme of lingualist occlusion. You can see how the palatal cusp, only the palatal cusp touches. However, in eccentric relation also the same palatal cusp maintains contact. This is lingualist occlusion in a non-balance scheme. You can see how there is no contact in eccentric relations. And the various concepts for lingualist occlusion is Pound's and Meyersen's lingualist integration. Pound ground the buccal cusp of lower molars, so that only the maxillary palatal cusp touch the lower central fossa. And Meyersen's lingualist integration has two molds, the maximal contact mold and the control contact mold. The maximal contact mold is has something with higher cuspal angles, whereas the control contact mold has 0-degree cuspal angles. And the advantages of lingualist occlusion are more chewing efficiency, since only the maxillary palatal cusp touches. It is purported to have higher chewing efficiency, and there is no mesodistal locking. If both the buccal and palatal cusp lock each other, there will be a little restriction in movement during lateral movements. This is not present in lingualist occlusion. And those are the fundamentals of the types of complete denture occlusion. Thank you.